Welcome everyone to our weekly interview with your favorite program, Science Fiction in Your Ear. Today our special guest is the Aldo Leonard Huxley grandson, Thevenel Huxley. Well, for your knowledge, dear audience, Aldous Huxley was the British author of the book Brave New World, the science and dystopian fiction book published in 1932. In summary, this novel tried to create a perfect community where the psychological manipulation, classical conditioning, reproductive technology are some of the central themes in the masterpiece. Firstly, we will say welcome to our special guest. Good morning, Trevenon Huxley. How are you? Oh, nice to meet you, Veronica. It's a pleasure being in this program. I'm great. I'm great. Thank you. Yeah, and you? I am great too. Our audience create some question for our offline quiz. So one of that is, how is your life being familiar with one of the most important modern thinkers, Aldous Huxley, your grandfather? It is great. I am proud of my roots at my 66-year-old. So I had some question related with a specific theme of the novel, Brave New World, the freedom and confinement in this future world. So what do you think was more important in the novel, freedom or happiness? Well, happiness more important is how you can be part of this kind of society. First, in chapter 1, the novel mentioned throughout the director's explanation. I will read in the part because I have the book here. So great, come on, read it. The director said, if they were to do their work intelligent for as little of one, if they were to be good and happy members of society, because I finished reading the book. Okay, thanks for clarifying that. Because the world state government enforces the idea how to be happy doing or not doing some specific things, but throughout that action they avoid emotions, so they don't have the ability to think by themselves. That is the reason why John is considered a savage, because as in the book say, refused to take Soma and seemed much distressed because of the woman Linda. His M remains permanently on holiday. It is worthy of note that is a speed of his senility and the extreme repulsiveness of their appearance. The savage frequently goes to see her and appears to be much attracted to her, an interesting example of the way in which early conditioning can make to modify an even wrong cover to natural impulse. This word of the author appear in chapter 11, and that is because John is the only that it grow out of that word. He is out of the soma and the conditioning thing. So he's like us in that word. John is who is free from the world state and is who can think critically, and one of the reasons is that he read books like William Shakespeare. How they determine do such things in the society? Well, they divide the society into alphas or beta or alone casta gamma delta or epsilon. It presents different treatment. I will read a part of the book again. This is my The director says, we also predestinate and conditionate. We declare our baby as socialized human beings as alpha or epsilon, a future savage worker or future. He was going to say future work controllers, but correcting himself say future directors of hatcheries. So after reading this part of the chapter 3, also I want to add that they determine the characteristic and job in the community since at very beginning age. We can see in chapter 2 how they normalize some action for our conditioning since childhood. In the Neo-Pavlovian conditioning room, in this room the director presents to the student how they use electric shock in child for define their likes and dislikes. And this we can see baby hate books and flowers and how they take away their freedom and the liberty of think by themselves because books permit the liberty of think and they replace that liberty by the teaching agnopedia. So in the novel you can read the principle of living teaching or agnopedia have been discovered is how they replace this past technique of teaching that were the books. Are you saying that they prevent and define what is freedom? Yes. Oh my god. Can you imagine where state determine your identity? You cannot do it by yourself. What do you think there, audience? Send your comment through our Instagram or Twitter. I can imagine that because I consider it is an art, contract ourselves and our identity. What do you think about that? I am totally agree. I think freedom is more important than happiness. The unique case is humanity. But every time we are living more in the future, like in the novels or my grandfather's novel, possibly this could happen to us in the future. It's like a prediction, right? Exactly. Now I believe social media is having control defining what is normal and acceptable, especially in teenagers. It's like you can see in the book, like Origi Poggy and Agnopedia. Yeah, that's it. Okay, thank you, Trevin, for being here with us. And with that great words and a strong message, we will finish our program. So see you other day. Bye. Thanks. Don't forget to read.